All right, now we're going to be talking time signatures. There are two main time signatures that we usually play in our worship music. Number one is 4/4. Number two is 6/8. When you're playing in 4/4, basically all that means from a practical standpoint is that you're counting 4 beats per measure. It's when you hear the click in the guide and she goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So as you're counting through the song, as you're trying to keep rhythm, you're just keeping a 4 count. This is the most common one, so you probably do it intuitively, even if you're not actually counting to 4 in your head, but it is a good practice just to do that and to try and establish that in your mind so you're always on that tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start over. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's when a song is in 4/4. I also want to talk about the difference between a straight beat and a swung beat, because you can have a straight 4/4 versus a swung 4/4. Straight just means that each of the beats are divided evenly. So let me start a click here. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you're playing a straight 4/4, it's just like each of the beats are subdivided evenly, and that just means you hear it up and down straight. Right, so that's a lot of songs that we do. One of them being, let's see, let's try "Oh Praise the Name." It's just very straight. Oh, praise the name of the Lord. Oh, praise His name. Right, pretty self-explanatory. There's just no swing to it. It's just tut, 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 tut. As opposed to a swung beat. We don't do as many songs like this, but there are a few that kind of sound like a gallop. So how you would strum that and how you would hear that is, I say a gallop because it's like clunk, 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 clunk. The best example of this, same key as "Oh Praise the Name," same tempo, but sounds way different, is a song like "Stand in Your Love," right? My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. My fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand in your love. You hear that? Chicka, 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 stand in your love. You wouldn't want to play that like, my fear doesn't stand a chance when I stand. You just take all the feeling out of it. That's very rigid. Doesn't stand a chance when I chick, 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 chick. Instead of the way it should be is it just swung. That's swung. Or if you're playing "Oh Praise the Name," you don't want to play that swung. It'll sound like super country. Oh, praise the name of the Lord God. Oh, praise. Nah, you don't do it like that. Oh, praise the name of the Lord. Cool. So that's the difference between swung and straight beats, and that's in 4/4. Then if we go up to, hold on, let me make sure I have the right click here. If we go to 6/8, so 6/8 is when you count up to 6 instead of to 4. Basically, in practical terms, count to 6 instead of 4. And these are those songs that feel like they're kind of moving side to side. Good, Good Father, or Great Are You, Lord. It's your breath. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 longs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. You're good, good. 1, 2, 3. It's who you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. Really easy to remember, but very tricky, especially when you're playing in a multiple song set and you move from one time signature to another. When you end one song and it's in 4/4, and then when that guide, that metronome comes in for the next song in 6/8, I can't tell you the amount of times that I have been tempted to start on the wrong beat or to play in 4/4 instead of 6/8, but there's nothing that will ruin a song quicker than if you're playing in the wrong time signature. So there's also, when you're playing in 6/8, you can also have a straight beat versus a swung beat. Two great examples of that Number one, let's start this click again. Let's play Gratitude. Brandon Lake's song Gratitude. So that's a straight one. Chick, 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 chick. Same up and down if you're playing your strumming pattern. There's no gallop to it. It's just up and down. So I throw up my hands and praise you again and again. 'Cause all that I have is a heart. Chick, 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 and you can still play different strumming patterns, but still remember that it's straight and not like I don't need to chick, chick, I don't need to play every single beat, but I'm just remembering that it's straight and not swung. Right, that's straight and it's not swung, as opposed to something like Firm Foundation. Firm Foundation in 6/8. Christ is my friend. That's very swung. Chick, 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 chick. On which I stand, everything around me. Chick, 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 chick. Again, I'm not playing every single beat, but I just know that when I am playing rhythmically, I'm swinging it. Very country. Right, so I hope you can hear the difference between that. Gratitude as opposed to Firm Foundation. And again, it's counting to 6. So 6, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or straight 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the same time signature. Those are both 6/8. Those were actually the exact same tempo too. They were both set at 75, but they sound wildly different from one another because one is straight, ch 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 ch, and the other is swung. It's kind of like a gallop. Again, nothing kind of throws the feel of a song more than when you're playing it differently than it was intended to feel, or when you're playing different than other members of the band, right? So if the acoustic is going straight, but the drums are like that's swung, you need to match it, and you need to know the difference between not only 4/4 and 6/8. You need to be able to count to 4 over and over and over again and not miss. You need to be able to count to 6 over and over and over again and not miss. But you also need to be able to play straight 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and or 1 or be able to play swung and understand the difference between those feelings. So I hope that's helpful.